Oh, unless we have some other questions? Yeah.
I noticed when I went in, the payment method, right now it's just credit card. For those, that may just want to come in and be a buyer from you, can you make other methods available?
A buyer from you?
Right. If they come on, as a preferred
PC, for customer.
Right? Then the only option they have right now is credit card. Is that something you're looking at?
I mean, that's something that you could talk about, but bear in mind, once again, products always come directly from the company. So it's, there's no wholesale retail model that we have established other than the Slender Pops. That's the only retail model that we have currently. So at present time, that's not part of the commission plan. But it could be something that, once again, if we bring it up and if it makes sense. Tom Senior is the type of guy that's willing to listen. Okay?
So, also too, the sheets that they can fill out the order form. And for a customer order form, you do that, and you actually call in to see what the shipping is, so they'll give us exact amount to add, like if it's $15 or something, and they fax it in, and then they can ship to them.
When you do it online.
Yeah. Yeah, you do get all the information when you do it online. Yeah.
It's just fax in, they can send, check in the mail or something.
Man, you know what? It's just, we're such a digital world that we're in. Just the checks, checks get lost, and you have to wait even longer to get the products. You got to wait for the checks to clear.
The easy way around that is also just having them get
They need a credit card.
Yeah.
They don't have a credit card. That's
green card.
Go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a better habit than going another route. So, yeah.
When you sponsor someone, when you've got someone that's in your downline, but you sponsor the person as an enrollee, but you place them in your downline, like let's say a master, whatever it may be. You don't get that. You get that fast start bonus.
You do as a sponsor,
right?
Yes.
But do they get anything from that person that's down there at all? They still get their commissions and all that, correct?
What you mean? You as a sponsor? You get
person in place that you place up under.
They get the
person
residual.
They get the residuals. Yeah. Sponsor always gets the fast start.
Right.
And it goes by placement tree. Enrolling tree. Excuse me. Yeah. So does that make sense? Enrolling tree. Okay.
Can you explain a little bit about the placement? Like you said, I personally sponsor someone, and then I place them somewhere in my downline. Can you? Okay.
Can you do a diagram, Grayson, about the placement tree, please?
Actually, you can go.
And we have it online also.
Yeah. Actually, you can go.
You can go to the opportunity and go to the pull up top line. That'd be a better way to
Go
do it.
to.
Yeah, we'll show you. We'll show you.
You're gonna sign somebody up, please.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
You go to distributor. When you hit next, okay, what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to put in the sponsor ID. Then it says click placement here. When you click that, it'll give you another. You put the ID of the person that you want them to go under. Okay? Does everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
If you want to place somebody specifically,
Whether they call the company.
yeah, you go call the company, put everything here. That'll be your sponsor ID and your name. Okay? Now, when you place them, you'll get the ID of the person that you want them to go under. Put their number right there, and their name should populate, and that person will go right underneath them. Okay?
But you get.
And you still, as a sponsor, because you said you're the sponsor.
Correct.
Yeah, that's coded towards your account. Right. And you do also, because it's in your organization. Yes. You want to help people though, so that's why you place it. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
On the dashboard, why do one day you may say that you're a 1-star, and then the next day you say that you are not or not qualified?
Okay. Good question. We get a lot of calls about that. Bear in mind, you become a 1-star based on what? Based on qualified masters, right? Qualified masters, APs have to run at different times in the month. So if their AP is set up for instance, the end of the month, like, the fourth week, and you only have one other, you don't have any other masters, then you won't be considered a 1-star master until their AP runs. As soon as their AP runs, that's why you get that report that shows, who's deficient in what area, 50, 500, 150. That's why you get on the phone and say, hey, I noticed that, you're 150 short. When does your AP run? And then, that's when they'll tell you, it runs at the end of the month. Okay, then it'll change at the end of the month. So it just depends on when their AP runs through the system. That's why that changes. Okay.
It's just like it's pretty much just managing the good.
You got to manage the business. You got to be on top of it. That's why we have that little portion on the dashboard that allows you to see people when they're not meeting the benchmarks, qualifications. So, did you have a question? You good? Okay. So, do we have any other questions, guys? Okay. All right. Well, hey, it's been a privilege, guys, for me to be up here to talk to you guys. Thank you for the time.
Real quick, we'll get out of here in 10 minutes, but here's what I want to show you. This is the second half of the money. The second half of the money. Now, we talked about the direct distributor bonus. This is the master distributor bonus. This is everything over $100. So if you don't have any master distributors, we're going to pay you 8% off of everything in your organization over $100. Okay? Everybody good? If you have, if you're one star, meaning you have 2 master distributors. You're one star, you got 1 to 2 master distributors. We're going to pay you 8% regularly. But then on your first generation, we're going to pay you 10, and second generation, we're going to pay you 12%. So, if Bernard is a master distributor in this leg for me, and Thea, your seconds, everything that Bernard purchases and his organization over $100, I'm going to get 10%. Everything your organization purchases over $100, I'm going to get 12%. Okay? That's on top of everything else I showed you earlier. That's the second half of the money. Okay? Same thing here. As a 2-star, you got 3 to 4. You have 3 to 4 master distributor levels. That means that there's a master distributor in one of those 3 or 4 levels. You're going to get 10, 12, and 5 of the everything over 100. Everybody good? Yep. This is the money I ain't shown you yet. I showed you everything else. This is on top of everything I showed you. Now, when you get the 3-star, which is where we're going to teach you, because we're going to do a 5. That's 5 wide. You got 5, you got a master distributor in each leg. They're going to pay you 10, 12, 8, and 8. I'm trying to see if this 8 has a builder bonus. So these are infinity bonuses, right?
Right from there.
So from here, you're going to get paid 8% to infinity. Generation 4 on down. So everything over $100, generation 4 on down, you're going to get paid 8% on everything over $100 to infinity. Is this on? Hello? No. Y'all look at me like this. I mean, the mature folk, in the seasoned folk, they're like, really? Right now. So, here we begin. If you're 4-star, 10, 12, and so now we're here, 4th generation, you're getting paid infinity on those 3 levels. And if you hit 5-star, now you're getting paid 10% to infinity. That's a whole lot to show somebody in a short presentation. But you need to know what you're actually looking at as the potential for this company. Okay? I wanted to show you this because I want to make sure that you understand what we're talking about. The first phase in network marketing is retail recruit. Say retail and recruit.
Retail recruit.
You got to stay in phase 1 no matter where you are in this business.
Great.
I do this every single day. I write a list. I write it over. I write another one. I write it over. I write a list. I write it over. I write it over and over. I keep doing it because it keeps changing. I run into somebody, add them to the list. Call them, move them to the other list. But you have to stay active. Every book I got a name in it. I got something in it. I take it home, transfer. Who do I think I need to call first? All those things. You got to stay in phase 1. A lot of people, I believe, want to become successful in this industry. True? They want to. The one thing that they don't have, literally, is a plan. And that plan, with no plan, they lose their purpose. What I've seen from these 2 gentlemen in a short period of time that we work together is they've already got the plan. I don't have to worry about that. Tom's already got the product. I ain't got to worry about that. All I've got to do is begin to practice what it is. And you've heard this before, and it's the wrongest thing you've ever said in your life. How many of y'all heard practice makes perfect? Y'all heard that? Watch this. If you practice something wrong, is that a good thing? Perfect practice makes perfect.